everyone, my name is Kirsten. So for today's video alone, I am going to be doing another monthly favorites video again for 2018 this time, since I already did one for 2017 last year. So I figured I would kind of do this kind of stuff again as like a different type of approach, I guess you could say. I just thought it would be really interesting to do that for today for some weird reason. It just randomly hit me and I'm all like, hey, instead of doing those 10 questions, I figured I would go ahead and kind of do this sort of different manner, I suppose you could say. So before I begin, you guys might notice in the back that everything looks almost somewhat completely empty, I guess you could say, if you really do want to say that. I'm going to be doing a little bit of an update on my whole little moving situation towards the end of this video, so do stay tuned for that, because I'm willing to share with you guys a few different things here and there. And of course, you guys might also notice that I also decided not to wear any makeup for today, which of course I felt like embracing somewhat of my natural beauty for today, so why not? Well, I mean, except for my eyebrows, because I did my eyebrows, that was the only thing, but I feel like I haven't even used natural lighting in like forever, it seems, so I figured I'd kind of do that for today as well. I just feel too lazy to get out my supernova ring light, so I'm sorry, I just feel lazy today, good God. But just for today, natural lighting just sounds really good for today instead of quote-unquote artificial lighting, if you could say that. So yeah, that's my excuse for today, I guess. So before I also completely begin this video, if you guys are new to this channel and if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to my channel with notifications on. I upload brand new videos every single Friday. So without further ado, I am gonna go ahead and dive right on into some of my favorites that I've been liking for January. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the TV shows. So the first TV show I had a chance to watch is known as Riverdale. Now, I've heard of a lot of good reviews on Riverdale, and I just figured I'd watch this TV show myself to kind of get to know a little bit of a feel about what the storyline is all about, and so far I have been really loving that TV show lately. So the second TV show I had a chance to watch is known as Peaky Blinders, and that is season 4. And I gotta say, at season 3, I thought it would just be completely done and over with, but it turns out there was like more to the story, generally and specifically. I just find the storyline a bit interesting. So yeah, that's another TV show I've been really getting into. In terms of the movies that I have watched, I got to watch a movie on demand, which is known as Dunkirk. It's a movie that is based on a true story, and I think it was like taken place in World War II. The storyline is really interesting. I enjoyed that movie very much. So the next movie I also had a chance to watch, and for this one I never thought I would be able to watch until just recently. This is also available on Netflix, and this movie is known as Sharknado. And of course, you can already guess what that movie is about. Tornado, floods, filled with sharks or some dumb shit. I gotta say, this movie was so stupid that it was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. There was some parts of me where I was all like, oh my god, just complete eye roll, you know. But seriously though, it's honestly not too bad of a movie. I wouldn't mind if I watched the other sequels when I have more time. The next movie I also had a chance to watch is known as The Babysitter. And honestly, the movie itself was very entertaining to watch. To be honest with you, I thought it was mostly gonna be a horror film, and instead it turned out to be like a horror comedy, which I'm not disappointed about. I think that's pretty awesome that horror and comedies are such a good pair to me, I think. Kind of like the same concept with like horror romance. The movie itself kind of reminds me of like a traditional teen slasher film mixed in with either Superbad or 21 Jump Street. Like, I feel like it's tied into one, basically, if that makes any sense, which I find to be very true. I honestly enjoyed that movie so much. The next movie I also had a chance to watch was called The Temple, which was okay. The movie to me reminds me of The Forest mixed in with, I want to say, the Blair Witch Project, even though it's not like a first-person camera movie per se. That's just the type of vibes that I got from this movie generally. It was okay. I wasn't too wild about it, to be honest. So the next movie I also had a chance to watch is known as Clown. This movie itself was definitely very, very creepy, and I gotta say, I enjoyed watching that movie so much. Speaking of clown movies generally being creepy, another movie I also had a chance to watch is, of course, finally, the moment that I have been waiting for. It is It 2017 version. Honestly, I had low expectations for this movie, and my god, I absolutely enjoyed that movie. And as a matter of fact, honestly, I wouldn't mind if I purchased this movie in the future, because the movie itself was phenomenal, in my opinion. Speaking of Sharknado earlier, I also had a chance to watch another shark movie, and that was 47 Meters Down. And honestly, the movie was okay up until the point where it ended very badly for me. To me, movies that end really badly is something that just kind of turns me off about the whole movie generally. I wasn't a huge fan of how it ended, but overall the movie was okay. So final movie on my list, but definitely not least, I had a chance to watch The Last Shift. It's a horror film that has like this vibes of like supernatural, satanic, criminal type of movie, I think. I just got a pretty good enjoyment out of that movie as well, so I might consider doing another horror film review of this movie generally too. So I'm debating with myself at the moment, so we'll see. So now that you guys got a general idea of the type of movies and TV shows that I had a chance to watch that month, I'm also going to be explaining a video game that I have been playing during the month of January, and that is, of course, Bayonetta. For some weird reason, I thought this was going to be more of like a cringy action video game to play, but it turns out I was completely wrong, and I was so glad that I had a chance to play this game all on its own. The gameplay, for some weird reason, reminds me so much of Devil May Cry. I like the storyline, and I love this game overall. It's very action-packed, it's very sexualized, it's just awesome. I enjoyed this game so much. I honestly wish that the sequel would come out on the PlayStation 4, but unfortunately it's only available for the Wii U, so I have no reason to purchase a Wii U just to play the sequel. But seriously, the first Bayonetta game is honestly not too bad itself either. So really enjoyed this game. I honestly love it so much. So now that I had a chance to explain about what video game or video games generally that I have been playing overall, it's now time for me to move on some foods and snacks and all that other kind of stuff. So I figured I'd go ahead and kind of explain that all on its own too. The first thing of food I had a chance to try out is like another vegan ice cream brand, and it's by, of course, Ben & Jerry's. The peanut butter and cookies, which was honestly very tasty. I enjoyed eating it very much. If you love peanut butter and cookies, you're definitely gonna love that ice cream generally. I believe I tried out Alpha Foods, and this time I got to try out 2 different ones. The first one I had a chance to try was known as the chicken fajita, and the other one was known as Mexicali. Like I said in one of my previous monthly favorites videos, I explained that it was one of those things where it tasted like it wasn't even vegan, and honestly, I was overall very impressed, and I absolutely loved those burritos generally. So the next food that I had a chance to try out is by Trader Joe's. It is also known as the chickenless crispy tenders, and honestly, that stuff was amazing. The nicest thing about tofu is that it's a really good imitation of chicken. This honestly tasted so good. If you guys are not even vegetarian or vegan, if you love the taste of chicken, especially myself when I used to love chicken, this is definitely bound to curb your appetite for something that kind of tastes similar towards chicken. So the next one is known as like some type of oat bar of some kind, and that was Bobo's coconut oat bar, which honestly thought was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed eating it as like a snack. And of course, last but definitely not least, I got to try out another one of these LaCroix brands, and it is in the mango flavor, which is honestly really good. I enjoy the taste of mango so much. This doesn't really taste like mango, but usually sparkling drinks taste pretty refreshing, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed drinking it. It's definitely a better alternative to soda. I figured I would go ahead and explain the random items that I have been loving this month, and one of them I wanted to talk about, like a skincare product I haven't had a chance to use other than last month, I think. So last month I had a chance to try out a Pacifica brand, and this time I also got to try out a couple other Pacifica brands generally, and one of them is the Pore Refine Deep Detox Mask. And honestly, the packaging is so pretty, but basically it helps to fight off shines, clogged pores, and helps tighten your skin. It also has cactus, strawberry, and lemon peel, and honestly, I remember I had a chance to try out this pore mask. I could definitely smell the strawberries in this, which honestly smelled so amazing, and it felt amazing as soon as I put it on my face, and the moment I washed it off, I felt like my skin felt as soft as a baby's skin. I'm not even kidding you. This stuff is honestly really amazing. It is for all skin types. It is vegan and cruelty-free. I highly encourage you guys to go ahead and try this out for yourself. And of course, speaking of Pacifica brands, I kept on debating on whether or not I should just share this in my February favorites videos, since of course February already hit to begin with, or to just simply explain this in a January's favorites videos, but I figured, you know what, just fuck it. So as you can see, I recently painted my nails, and I haven't painted my nails myself in a very long time. That angels are literally crying from heaven right now, because it's honestly that depressing. But honestly, this is a really pretty color. It's like a magenta red almost, if you guys can probably see on camera. But basically, this was another Pacifica item. It is known as the 7 Free Nail Color. Again, 100% vegan and cruelty-free, and just look at how pretty this packaging is. If I can put this in focus, there we go. So as you can see, it's almost like a magenta red color almost. It's just a very beautiful color. And let me go ahead and put myself into focus. There we go. I just figured I'd use this color to my advantage since, of course, Valentine's Day is coming up. And in case if you're wondering what the name of the shade is, it is called Candy Candy Baby, if I'm not mistaken. This is honestly a really beautiful color. I absolutely love it. And honestly, I wouldn't even mind if I got more of these in different colors or different shades in the future, because this is honestly really good. So the last item for January that I have also been loving, but most definitely not least, and this was something I recently got to purchase in the month of January. As you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and open this little packaging right now. Wait for it. Ta-da! I got a brand new camera. So in case if you guys were wondering, this is a very popular camera in the vlogging community, and this is known as the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark II, I believe. The camera that I am using right now is known as the Canon Rebel T3i, and honestly, I'll still be able to use this camera that I'm working with right now for like personal sit down and chats type of deal. But then let's say, for example, if I'm traveling and I want to do like a sit down and chat, or if I'm just simply traveling to certain events and whatnot, I just kind of figured this baby right here would also be kind of perfect for this. So I'm glad I had a chance to purchase this when I actually did, because I have been thinking about getting this camera for a really long time, and I finally had a chance to get it, so I'm really happy about this. This camera is honestly such amazing quality, and of course, now that I had a chance to finish up or wrap up all of the January favorites, since it's been a while, a really good while since I've done like a little bit of an updated situation on my whole moving progress, I kind of figured I would also combine my monthly favorites video and combine this into like a sort of updates video. So now that I had a chance to explain all of my favorites, I'm gonna go ahead and transfer the rest of my whole camera situation into this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that also. So I will see you in this camera. Can you focus, please? Oh, it's already in focus. There we go. So as you can see, I decided to vlog the rest of my vlogging experience through this camera, as you can tell right now. Okay, enough of that rambling, but basically this is what's going on with my whole moving situation. Hold on, let me flip this over real quick. But basically, here is my room. Focus, please. There we go. I know my room is a little bit of a mess right now, but please bear with me here. So, as you can tell from like the out frames and stuff, that's where the pictures used to be. So basically it's nothing but just empty wall space pretty much. Some of the stuff that was in my closet was already transported in here. Box where I can put in some random shit later. And this box, I believe I'm gonna be packing up like my gaming consoles and whatnot, which is not gonna be until like much later, simply because I haven't had a chance to pack up that shit anyway, if you guys haven't checked already. I still need to pack up some of my toiletries and stuff, all this other crap right here. So yeah, please do excuse the messy nature of my room at the moment. And as you guys can tell, I think I stored in some other stuff into this closet, but basically this is where I have more of my shit right there, and some of my art supplies are right there too, and of course some of my bedding stuff and a bunch of random stuffed animals. My dirty ass body mirror of some kind. That's my outfit for today, as you guys can probably tell. But yeah, I packed up all of my jackets and the like. So now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and move on into my office and show you guys. Alright, let me go ahead and turn on this light and close this door nonetheless. So as you guys can already tell, some of my stuff have already been packed up in here, except for like my little office area where I actually do work and stuff. I'm not gonna probably pack any of this shit up until like somewhere around March probably. So that's probably the reason being. So over here, my bookshelf is completely empty, as you can tell, except for the bottom right there. And of course, my dad's cremation box hasn't been packed up or anything yet, but I'm definitely gonna take my dad with me and put him on my lap or something. He's definitely coming with us. Same with my dog Abby right there. So, a few more things I still need to pack up, but that's pretty much it. And yes, there is a messy bed in here too, because apparently my grandfather sleeps in here now. But anyway, with that being completely done and out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the bottom downstairs. Alright guys, so here is a bunch of other random stuff that has also been packed up. Most of it is mostly from like my grandparents' room, and of course the downstairs living area and the like. All the frames and stuff have been put away. Same with like some of the kitchen stuff and whatnot. So that is the whole little update on this moving situation. And honestly guys, some of this stuff is pretty overwhelming to think about once everything is like all packed up and stuff. I think it's mostly other people's stuff that has been packed up as well, but so far this is what we got working with right here. I'm gonna go ahead and go upstairs and explain a little bit more detail. Okay, so still continuing to vlog through this camera. There's also another thing I wanted to mention before I completely end this video altogether. So as you guys know, I am moving relatively soon, sooner than expected, simply because February is like a very short month, and I know that March is coming up around the corner as well. And I know that my folks and I plan to move down by the, I want to say by the end of March, somewhere in there. So another thing I also wanted to point out is the fact that, so starting with next week, somewhere around there, by the time I upload this video, I will already be down in Texas, not just visiting my aunt, uncle, and cousins, but I'm also going to be looking for a house with my grandparents. So I'm hopefully going to be getting out of the house and just helping them find a house that I thought we could all live in together as a family. We do plan to buy a house instead of renting a house, so I thought that would be pretty nice for a change, and I thought that would be also pretty nice that we can have a place where we can basically call home and to just have a real good, better life of some kind. So I'm honestly really excited for a brand new adventure, and I just simply can't wait. That's the whole reason why I kind of wanted to update you guys on this whole little moving situation. I think by the time next week is completely finished or whatnot, I'm definitely gonna come back and do more videos, because like I said in my last video, I'm not going to be giving up on this channel anytime soon. I'm still going to continue to do videos regardless of how big or small my channel is, pretty much. Sorry if I sound kind of awkward. I'm just trying to get used to this camera and see how everything works and the like. So it's like getting to know a new person. So I know I probably sound more awkward than I already am, but I just thought I would update you guys and let you know what is actually going on. So yeah, other than my January favorites video and my whole little moving update, I hope you guys enjoyed this video overall, and I hope you guys feel somewhat entertained by what I have been sharing with you guys recently, so I know I'm very happy. So if you did, be sure to sucker punch that like button down below. Comment down below as well. Let me know what was your favorite for the month of January, and also let me know in the comments down below of your thoughts and feelings around my whole little moving situation and the like. So of course, I would love to start a conversation with you guys. And of course, if you're new here and if you haven't already, please do dedicate the time and effort to subscribe to my lovely channel, join my little army of darkness, and if you hit that notification button, you guys will be updated with a brand new video every single Friday, especially once I come back. If you guys are interested in following me outside of YouTube, all of my social medias will be listed in the description box right down below if you are indeed interested in checking them out yourself. So I don't know if I'm going to be vlogging the whole entire time that I'm going to be down in Texas. I'm kind of debating on whether I should just vlog my whole first experience of traveling down to Texas, or to just simply just post it on my stories on Instagram. I'm kind of debating at the moment, but I think with my whole first experience of being in Texas for the first time, to be honest with you guys, I have been a little bit more active on Instagram lately, so if you guys want to know more detailed information on my whole little moving situation, be sure to follow me on Instagram, because I post on Instagram more often now. And I've recently been using stories a lot more often too, which is honestly also very fun. So I highly recommend that you go and check that out, since I know I'm not going to be vlogging about that anytime soon. But once I do officially move, I am definitely going to be vlogging that experience. So I'm very, very excited about that. With that rambling being done and out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a completely chill week, an awesome day or night, and I will talk to you all soon in the next video, and especially once I get back from my trip from Texas. So until then, stay completely dark and so fucking brutal and awesome, my friends. So take care. Bye for now.